Okay, so I'm up in this batt job here, and they've got ducted aircon, as you can see, and the job's about a 6 out of 10, I suppose. But I just want to point out why gaps are so important to ruining the job for you. These people here, they've had the batts in here. They've also put in an electric solar vent up there. You can probably hear it in the background whizzing away. They've got ducted aircon, and one of the biggest problems they got is just that the batts weren't installed well. So that looks like a good job until you investigate a little bit, and then you can see. Hang on, I'll try and hold the camera and the light in one hand. You can see here there's gaps here, so the heat in the roof just goes down the gap and then it goes underneath that batt there, and so all underneath the whole batt doesn't have any insulation because it's not touching the ceiling. So the hot air just flows in underneath the batt, and then and so even though it's only a tiny little gap here, there's nothing stopping the hot air just flowing underneath the whole batt, and so a little gap like this ruins the job. Now the other thing they did was, you can see they just laid the batt up over the top of the joist. So they've got an R2.5 batt, but when you run it up over the top of the joist, the weak spot is just right here. So there's only, like, 0.5 of an R value or something there, and then the heat just goes through there and it's underneath the whole batt again. Right? There's an air cavity under there, and so if you have R2.5 or R3 batts and they haven't been installed properly and they got all gaps underneath them like this, then there's no point in having them in the roof. And you can see this one's the same. I don't know whether I can show this, but see, that one's the same, installed over the top of the nogging that runs through between the joists. So no point in having them, and that's what the problem is. So I'm just up here fixing the job. This normally happens with companies that subcontract the work out. They subcontract it for the cheapest price, and then you get dodgy work done. So alright, if you want us to have a look at your job and inspect it and fix it like we're doing with this one, send us an email inquiry, and we'll come out and inspect it and give you a quote to fix up your job. Because 1% gaps reduces your efficiency by 30%, and 5% gaps reduces the efficiency by up to 70%. So it's pretty important to make sure that your insulation's installed well.